Hey guys, I'm Well+Good beauty and fitness editor Zoe Weiner, and this is Zoe Tries It All. You're probably wondering why I'm wearing pajamas, and that's because this episode is all about sleep. In this episode, I'm gonna be trying all of the latest and greatest in sleep technology. If I'm being totally real with you, I'm gonna admit that I am a crappy sleeper on my own. Usually I get into bed, I light a candle, and then I turn on the TV and scroll through my phone for an hour and a half. And then I've got this fun new habit where I wake up every night for 2 to 3 hours and stare at the ceiling, willing myself to fall back asleep. So to say I need help is an understatement. We all know that sleep is really important. It's important for your mental health, it's important for your physical health and muscle recovery, and it's important for your brain to function properly the next day and beyond. The wildest sleep-related statistic I've ever discovered, I came across when I was reporting a story a couple of years ago, but researchers found that even mild sleep deprivation, which means you're getting less than 7 hours a night, which is less than what most people are getting, can result in the same type of cognitive impairment as drinking alcohol. In other words, if you are super tired, it's basically like you're going to work drunk, and that is wild, you guys. So now let's take a look at some of the really cool technology I'm going to use over the course of the next month that's going to factor in some of those elements and help me sleep. So before we totally dive in, I do just want to caveat that a lot of the tech we're going to be looking at in this episode is expensive. So it's definitely an investment, but we'll go through and let you know which ones are worth it and which ones really can help you get a better night's sleep. First up is the Oura Ring. Allow me to do a big reveal. And this little number is going to function as my sleep tracker over the course of the month. Basically an engagement ring, but engagement to sleep. And it collects all kinds of data related to sleep and activity, like heart rate variability, how well I slept last night, how much I moved over the course of a day, and it uses all of that to come together and create something called a readiness score, which tells me how ready I am to go to sleep the following night. Ideally, I will learn to improve my habits so that my readiness score gets better over the course of time. It is my first night with my Oura Ring. Right now I'm laying in bed, scrolling through my phone, watching Modern Family, and gonna see what this little baby shows me in the morning about how I slept. Also, unlike my other wearables, which are pretty clunky on my wrist, I really like the fact that this is so smooth and sleek on my finger that I don't even really feel like it's there. It's a lot more comfortable to sleep in than some of the other wearables I've tried. This is the Casper Glow. Take it out of the box. These are lights. And as soon as I figure out how to turn them on, you will see that. Oh, so these little puppies right here mimic, oh, that's how you turn them off. Mimic natural light, really, to help prep your body for bed and then wake it up in the morning like an alarm clock without actual sound. So instead of having your annoying phone alarm going off, these will get a little bit brighter and brighter and brighter, like as if the sun's rising. So basically they're helping you hack your circadian rhythms, which helps you fall asleep and wake up more easily by mimicking natural light. So we talked about the different factors that go into what makes a good night's sleep, but research has found that light is actually the most important factor as far as your circadian rhythm goes. So I am really excited to try these things out. Okay, huge news from my bedroom. I figured out how to use my Casper light. In fact, I figured out how to use both of my Casper lights. Like, just so everyone knows, to turn it off, you flip it. And they both turn off. And if you want to make it dimmer or brighter, whoops, or dimmer, you just twist it, bop it, flick it. No, but you just twist it. It is my 3-night anniversary with my little glow babies, and I've gotta say, I am in love. I love falling asleep next to them. I love waking up next to them. I'm pretty sure this is the best relationship I've ever been in. Introducing, next up, the Muse S headband. Let's see what we got in here. Whoa. I got it. Okay, so first things first, it's really hard to put on. This is gonna be hard. Oh, okay. So this bad boy is $350, which is expensive for a headband, but about the same price as the Oura Ring, which puts it pretty on par for a sleep tech device. So bear with me because the tech on this one's a little complicated, but this right here is a sensor and it measures my brain waves and then produces sounds based on those brain waves to help my brain get to a place where it's ready for the ideal sleep. Fun fact, this company actually started out making meditation headbands, but they realized that they were really helping people fall asleep. The actual name for the technology this thing uses is electroencephalography, which I had to practice saying 15 times, but I'm not even gonna try to explain what that means. You can read it on the screen below. Honestly, I feel like headbands are having a moment, so consider me trendy with this here look. So now that I'm strapped into my stylish headband, I'm going to press play on a guided sleep meditation, which is supposed to help calm my mind and my body down and make me fall asleep. It's a little weird to sleep with this thing on my head. It's not as uncomfortable as you would expect, but it's definitely not the most comfortable. It'll be weird to have to spend the whole night with it on my head. When I first started the meditation, I was like, ugh, I'm not into this. She's talking about a lavender field. I can't relax. And then cut to 7.5 hours later and I just woke up with my headband still on. So I think it works. And it's cool because the app gives me all of the stats as to how my brain relaxed and was still during the meditation. Clearly it was because it put me right to sleep and then kept me asleep all night. And the headband's still on, and it doesn't feel weird or anything, so all good things. The last and probably biggest thing I'm doing to hack my sleep is giving my bed a full-blown makeover. I'm gonna be trading this mattress in for an EatSleep mattress. The EatSleep is a lot smarter than my current mattress, which in true New York fashion, I inherited from the girl who lived in this room before I did. First and foremost, it adjusts to your ideal body temperature to help you sleep. So it literally gets hotter and colder depending on what your ideal sleep temperature is, which is wild. Then it can also tell when you are in a deep versus light sleep, and it somehow wakes you up when you are in that optimal moment of light sleep so that you don't wake up feeling super groggy. And all of this connects to an app on your phone, and you can see it firsthand right in front of you and really get a sense of if the bed is helping you sleep. It is a big day. My mattress is gone, and my EatSleep is coming. So here it is. It's here. We're doing it. I'm setting up my new bed. Super excited to sleep in it. I need to fill this tank with water, and I can't open the tank. And I feel like I'm losing my mind. It won't open. My sleep pod is setting up, and I can feel my bed getting colder underneath my body, which is the best. Ooh. I am the most excited about this because I wake up in the middle of every single night, like drenched in sweat and so hot, which is gross and annoying because I can't sleep because I'm so hot. And this bed tracks my sleep and adjusts its temperature to help me stay asleep based on my body temperature. So I'm really, really, really hoping it helps me get through the entire night tonight. It's 5:30 in the morning, and just to give you a sense of how the sleep tech works with my wake up routine, I set alarms in both my EatSleep bed and my Casper lights. And over the course of the past half hour, they've been doing their thing to get my body ready to wake up. So the bed has been cooling down, which accelerates my heart rate, that slows down while I'm sleeping and gets my body ready for waking mode. And then the lights have been getting gradually brighter to sync with my circadian rhythm and trick me into thinking that it's light outside. It's not, but it's definitely easier to get out of bed when it's bright and glowy than when it's pitch black. And also I slept really well, so that definitely helps. I've never really been a trackers person because having so much information on myself and my step count and my activity and all of that has kind of always stressed me out. But not to be dramatic, when I say My Oura Ring has legitimately changed my life. I always knew that I was a bad sleeper, but having the data sitting in front of me every day was a real wake-up call and showed me how many times I was waking up during the night, when I was tossing and turning. It challenged me to try a little bit harder to become a better sleeper. I could track my workouts in the right way and force my body to do recovery days and rest days. I love it. I'm gonna be wearing it for a very long time. I was admittedly very freaked out at the prospect of swapping my beloved comfy cozy mattress with this high-tech machine, but I have never slept better in my entire life. I get really, really hot in the middle of the night, so I program the mattress to stay really cold while I'm asleep, and I have not woken up with a hot flash, which used to be a huge problem for me. And then in the morning, I have it cool down, which lowers my heart rate and helps me get ready to get out of bed and start my day. And waking up is easier, falling asleep is easier. It's like getting into a nice, comfy, cool sheets. It's like finding the cool spot on your pillow, but your entire bed is cool. My sleep has just been truly better than ever. Meditation is not something that has ever come naturally to me. Hi for me and this chic headband though, that has totally changed that. My meditations improved as I was doing them, so my brain was more calm, as it tells me in the app, and my heart rate was going down, and I was able to focus and actually meditate better. And on nights when I did my evening meditation versus swiping through Bumble matches, I woke up feeling refreshed. I felt like I was sleeping through the entire night. Hi from me and my sweet little angel glow light, who I can only imagine that I love as much as I will one day love my children. These lights, it really felt like when I was waking up at 6 or 6:30 that the sun was up, and it helped me get out of bed because your brain responds to light, and light helps influence your circadian rhythm. So getting out of bed with a light on makes it a whole lot easier. And the fact that I didn't have to switch on a light and it was already bright in my room was awesome. Over the course of the past month, my sleep has definitely improved, especially when I started sleeping on the EatSleep mattress. It really is just the most amazing thing ever. But what this whole experiment definitely taught me is that no matter how much amazing sleep tech you have, it won't make up for bad sleep habits. So for example, on nights when I was scrolling through my phone for hours in bed or watching The Office to fall asleep, I was still not sleeping as well as I probably should be, given the fact that I was getting into a cool, cozy bed and had wonderfully dimming Casper lights. So it was a big wake-up call in the fact that I needed to change my habits. And the Muse headband actually really helped with that, because having that on gave me something else to do before falling asleep than my usual habits and routine. So all of these things together definitely helped. The Muse headband helped me fall asleep. The EatSleep and its middle of the night cooling properties helped me stay asleep. And the Casper Glow lights helped me wake up in the morning because it's still really dark outside at 6:30. And those helped me feel like I was living in daylight versus in the middle of the night. Thanks for watching Zoe Tries It All. If there's literally anything you want to see me try, whether it's during sleeping or waking hours, leave it in the comments below. And in the meantime, don't forget to subscribe to Well+Good.